Hey, this is Mike McCready, your host on episode 63 of the Hookblast Podcast. I'm a little bummed today, but I'll get through it. I got my doctor's test results back and, well, okay, turns out I'm not going to be a doctor. So I guess I'll be doing this podcast for a while longer. I've been thinking about this because it's April 2021 and I had an amazing realization the other day. In the 25 years I've been working in the music industry, I realized I've made, or helped make, over $175 if you don't count tips. Well, no, that actually includes tips. Anyway, this is the podcast where we discover a few new catchy songs. Today's TikTok dancer is South Sultan, and you can see him and his gang doing their moves by watching the video version of this show on YouTube or by navigating to episode 63 at hookblast.com. That's also where you can vote for your favorite song today. The song with the most votes 2 weeks ago was Grits and Gravel by Michael Lusk. There was one bright spot of news in an otherwise bleak week. The other day, the new neighbor lady told my wife, I'm a real looker. She didn't say looker, she used a more exotic word. I think it was French. Voyeur. That's what she used, that's the word. Okay, let's play some hooks. First up on the show today is a song by artist Evan Kremin. He wrote it with his friend David Tachauer. They say it's the musical equivalent of shouting into the wind at the top of your lungs when you need to let off a little steam. I can relate to that. I remember shouting into the wind. Well, maybe it wasn't into the wind. It actually might have been my wife yelling at me over the noise of the hairdryer to clean up my toenail clippings. Again, always bossing me around. This is In Control.
Spin the wheel, gonna let it ride. See you suckers on the other side. Unlucky numbers, unlikely game, but the wheel goes round again. I'm pulling out my hair, but I'm in control. See things that aren't there, but I'm in control. I'm talking to the air, but I'm in control. The people stop and stare, but I'm in control. Yeah.
Okay, that is In Control, and if you dig that, you might be into Todd Rundgren too. Burris is back on the show this week with Willow. It's an emotional folk ballad written by founder and frontman Christopher Burris Hockeppel after an inspiring conversation with a drifter on the streets of New Orleans. I love New Orleans. I just love it. I've been to New Orleans so many times, well, not that many times, but a few times. I've wanted to go for a long time. I'm definitely going to go next year, and nothing's stopping me. This is Willow.
Now I know how the willow sad. Now I know how the willow weeps. Not for the love he never had, but for the love he couldn't keep. Now I know how the willow sad. Now I know how the willow weeps. Not for the love he never had, but for the love he couldn't keep. For the love he couldn't keep. For the love he couldn't keep.
That's a nice folk ballad. It speaks to anyone who struggled with lost love, broken promises, longing, and loneliness. I know something about that. I struggled with loneliness, but trust me, there are things you can do about it. Like last week, I glued a coffee cup on top of my car, and now everyone waves when I drive by. It's wonderful. Oh, and I joined Clubhouse too. You can follow me there at Hookblast. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. That's at Hookblast. Keeana Key has a really, fun name to say. Keeana Key. Keeana Key. It reminds me of Katie Keenan, the first girl who said she wouldn't go to prom with me after I showed up at her door with the high school marching band serenading behind me. I guess she didn't like my car. Well, technically it was my bicycle. That really bummed me out because I used up the last of my Old Spice for that date. Anyway, this is Keeana with Love Is My Treasure. Wow, that's a great song. That's Love Is My Treasure by Keeana. Okay, we're gonna shift gears now for a little country. Like Lithuania. Okay, I don't mean a little country. I mean a little country music. Songwriter Dan Marcus wrote this song after a brief encounter with a former girlfriend. Pleasantries were exchanged, but afterward, Marcus felt like some things had been left unsaid and that maybe it wasn't his place to say them. So he did what anyone would do. He wrote a song about it and then played it on repeat, blasting it in front of her house all night. This is just an old condition.
It has to do with way back when. It's just an old condition. It shouldn't last too long. My knees grow weak, a tear comes to my eye. It's just an old condition that comes on kind of strong. Anytime I see you walking by.
If you love that song, you'll probably want to add some Chris Stapleton and Luke Combs to your playlist alongside this gem. That's just an old condition. People ask me, what's the best way to support the artists? And the best way is for you to go add the songs you love today to your streaming playlists and play them over and over again. You know, just like Dan Marcus did in front of his ex's house. You can easily find the songs by navigating to playlists at hookblast.com and grabbing them there. The direct link is also in the show notes. Let's make sure these artists know that us Hookblasters are the best music fans in the whole history of music fans. Let's do this! I got a little carried away. The Hookblast Podcast is sponsored by Music Xray. It's where the industry goes to find high-potential songs and talent, like the kind you hear here. Musicians who are new users can apply promo code HOOKBLAST21 at checkout and remove the transaction fee on their first submission.
It's Prada, Gino.
Coming up last on today's show is a song with a 90s style hip-hop vibe. Prada Gino says it's a summer smash record that promotes positivity and exclusivity. Or in my case, exclusivity and an overbite. This is Catch a Vibe.
A new chapter, turn a new page. Moving on up on a new wage. Gon' catch a vibe like you gon' catch a vibe. Gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. Gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe. Gon' catch a vibe.
Wow, that song makes you want to go to Miami and, do something cool and wild, like crash a funeral directors convention.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, that's a big mistake. Got you thinking about all the moves you gotta make.
Okay, that's all the time we have for episode 63 of the Hookblast Podcast. All songs are used with permission of the rights holders. Don't forget to vote for your favorite songs today at hookblast.com, and I'll catch you right back here next week with a fresh batch of new hooks. Bye-bye.
Hop out of the ride, make a few calls, get the party live. As soon as all my friends arrive, what you gon' do? I'm gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe, gon' catch a vibe.